I want to make this video to basically apologize to everyone who's been waiting for my ReZero reaction. I did the reaction, I made everything, but then when I went to edit it on my computer, for some reason while it was rendering, the file got corrupted. Now I don't know what happened, I don't know what's the cause of this. I'm literally right now trying to fix it, looking online and everything like that. If you guys know, please let me know so I can try to fix it, but I'm trying to fix it, but you know, nothing's really clicking, nothing's really helping me, so the file got corrupted while rendering and I'm unable to upload it or anything of that sort, which really sucks. So basically I did the reaction for nothing. I'm sorry I can't upload it, so I just want to apologize for everyone who's been waiting for my ReZero reactions, and I thought I might as well just give you my thoughts on the episode since I won't be able to upload the reaction unless I'm able to render it and do everything well. So basically I enjoyed the episode. I like how Julius and Subaru, at an extent, we kind of fixed everything. You know, while watching this episode, I actually felt to myself like, damn, you know what, Julius isn't even that bad. I actually liked him. Nah, I'm not even gonna say liked him. I actually do like him. He's not that bad. I guess we just started on a wrong footing. Like, we just stepped on the wrong foot. Like, we didn't really, hit it off right in the beginning. And then to see Subaru at the end when he was coming to basically apologize to Julius, and then he gets teleported to where Ram is. You know what? Speaking, like, what the heck? I'm gonna save that for later. But when you see this episode, I feel like this episode, like, nothing really dramatic happened. You have the fight with Betelgeuse. Hopefully I did not butcher his name. And then Subaru, you have this fight going on. And yes, like, when I saw it, we're taking down the cult members. I was happy. I was super pumped. But when we supposedly killed Betelgeuse, I was like, what the heck? I believe every one of us didn't believe he was dead. I was literally like Subaru, anxious and shit. Like, I was like, is he alive? Like, will he get back up when we turn around? I didn't believe he was dead. Like, it was unbelievable. And then when we hit the double tap on him, he was obliterated. He somehow still manages to make it and come back to life, which we soon find out is basically one of his abilities. He can basically transport himself into anyone in his fraction, the slot fraction. He could put himself into them, like one of the cult members and shit. Like, he could put himself into them. So that's pretty cool, like, seeing that he did that. But I don't know, you see, when he did this, right, does he lose his memories or something? Because the reason why I'm saying this is because he tries to get his gospel, and like, what the heck are you doing, bro? Why are you trying to get your gospel? Don't you know you got killed by Subaru in them? Obviously it's either in your dead body or we have it. Shouldn't you ask us? Like, did you forget something? Like, what the heck? You should have asked us. But then again, I don't really know the extent to his power, and I find it funny how, I'm not the only person who's saying this. I see a lot of people have brought this up, so I want to say it just in case you guys don't know. Anyone who's affiliated with the witches cult, they all have the ability to make their lifespan longer. And what I mean by this is, like, for example, Subaru, how he's supposed to be Pride, and how Subaru, he just dies and he resets. And then you have Slot, Betelgeuse, how he's able to move himself into someone else in his formation, in his group, in his unit and shit. And then you had the whale who could make clones. So it's like, it's kind of making their lives longer, if you ask me. I don't know. We haven't seen the other members of the witches cult. Maybe there's more like this, you know what I mean? But is this, like, you could see the pattern going on, that they have, like, ability that helps them live longer, which is pretty cool. Everyone has been noticing this around. So if you don't know, I just told you. I just wanted to get it out there so everyone knows as well. And I love how Wilhelm, he was giving the pep talk to Subaru, basically telling him, yes, be strong. Not get strong, but be strong. Don't get stronger or anything. You're already strong. Don't ever give up. Keep giving it your all. No matter what happens to you, if your body is damaged and shit, keep fighting. Keep giving it your all. Don't go back to, your useless state. Basically, when he, like how Subaru, when he was weak, back to that state when he was weak and shit like that. Be strong. So I really like that. It's very motivational words from Wilhelm right there. Wilhelm was a savage, though. Wilhelm was killing, slaying everyone. Like, what the heck? Like, Wilhelm, take a break. Like, this dude needs a vacation. He's been going in, slicing everyone. Like, take a break. I just have to tell him, take a break. And like, with Betelgeuse, one thing that I really want to bring out is when the red spirit came in. I don't know, like, I felt like when I was watching it, it had something to do with Ram, because the spirit was red, Ram has red hair. I don't know. I know that's BS and that's not really legit, but still, you saw how Betelgeuse reacted when he saw the spirit? Like, that shit was a nuke. Like, he was so scared. He acted like that was gonna kill him. Like, it would have killed him if it touched him. And to be honest with you, it kind of reminded me of, like, when you see a bee, for example. Cause you know like how bees are little and shit and they just fly around? Like the spirit was just flying around like a bee and he's just scared running away and shit. It kind of reminded me of that, like when you see a bee or fly or something like that and they're trying to come near you or you just freak out and get scared. It looked like that, like he really looked like a coward there, but who knows what they're capable of? Maybe like one touch he's dead. Who knows, like maybe he eats it? I don't know, maybe. Can he eat him? Picture the spirit ate him. I doubt that would happen. But you know, like, who knows what could happen. And speaking of the end with Ram, I don't know why Ram was there at the end. I don't know what to say, guys. Literally, I'm assuming that's the barrier like Amelia and Puck were talking about before, like earlier, before the episode ends. I don't know what she's doing there, but still, like maybe she's taking a stroll. Who knows? I doubt she's evil or anything of that sort. But I do have this theory going on. I'm not gonna say the theory due to the fact that I don't have legit information, but still, from actions, I can kind of accommodate a theory. Like, I could kind of get this stuff together. But basically, what I think is happening so far, Roswaal is evil as shit. I feel like he's the biggest villain in this series. He's been MIA from the very beginning. We have not seen him in a while. I'm telling you, I don't know. You see, it's gotten to a point where I actually think Roswaal is in the witch's cult. Like, literally, my theory is about that. Like, what I think about Roswaal and why I think he's in the witch's cult. It also would make sense if what I'm saying is true. Because it would make sense that Ram went to the barrier to deactivate it. And look, you know how the witch's cult attacks? Roswaal told Ram to go there to deactivate it. Because look, Ram never leaves the mansion. The only reason she would leave is if Roswaal asked her, and maybe she went there to deactivate it to let the witches cult in, but she never knew, because we know Ram and Rem have a past with the witches cult, so I doubt they would help them, right? But let's just say she didn't know what his true plan was, what his true motive was, and she lets them in, and that's why she dies and you see them dead in the castle. You know what I'm trying to say? What if that happens and Roswaal has been out because he's hiding his cover and shit like that? Because he could be in the witches cult. Like, literally, if you ask me, he looks like he could be on the witch's cult, his face painted up like that. And I'm not judging on appearance, because don't judge a book by its cover, but you know, I really don't trust this dude. I can't trust this dude at all. And now that Subaru has the gospel, hopefully he could, you know, decipher it and learn about it, because I feel like now that we have this, we could learn so much more about the witch's cult, and we could use this for beneficial reasons. And what I mean by this is, like, for example, remember how Betelgeuse was like, where's your gospel? Now, Subaru has one. Let's say we go up to someone else in the witch's cult. Where's your gospel? It's right here. We pull out Betelgeuse's gospel and then we could get in. We could see stuff. We could learn stuff from the witch's cult. I'm just saying, you know, anything could happen. That's what I'm thinking right now. And like I said, the episode was pretty crazy at the end. There's nothing I could really guess that would, you know, do it, unless my theory with Roswaal being the main villain and shit like that. Not the main villain, but also like being like a double agent or some shit like that, like behind the sidelines doing evil things. Because, you know, like I said, he's been MIA for a while. You know, there's more depth to the theory, but I don't want to say it because, you know, I don't have things to point it out. I just judge from what he does, like those smiles he has and shit like that. Like, remember the moment where Subaru says, "I'm your knight to Amelia," and he smiled like that? I just judge off like shady things he does, so I don't really have anything to back it up. I don't want to say a theory that has no meaning, to be honest with you. At least if something happens, I will say it, like something that legit could give me a reason to say my theory, like something that points out like, alright, I may be right to an extent, then I would do it. But as of right now, there's nothing on my side that could help me. So yep, and it's safe to say that we all miss Rem. The episode was kind of lonely without her. Come on, no Rem. I was kind of sad, I'm not even gonna lie. But still, it was still an enjoyable, good episode. Thank you for watching. I want to apologize once again for the corruption happening. I will try my best to fix it. Don't forget to wait. Also, one thing that I want to bring out. You know those two twins? Like those two adorable twins, right? What the heck? They're dogs. You know, the first thing they did after killing Betelgeuse, let's get his shoes. What the heck type of shit is this? They were literally looting him before he even fell to the ground. 2.5. As soon as they killed him, let's get his stuff. What the heck? That's too savage. Thank you for watching. Peace out.